Good morning. Morning, Philippa. How are you? Hope you've slept well. You're feeling good. Just get what you need to be comfortable while we just wait a couple of minutes for other people to arrive. How are you this morning? Well, you could do the body awareness meditation lying down if you're still a bit tired. That's understandable, but I'm good. I'm glad you've had a nice, relaxing weekend. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired too, and I came off my mountain bike yesterday, so yeah, I'm quite sore and quite bruised, and I gave the back of my head quite a whack, so that my biking helmet actually, like the back, came off. Yeah, so I'm kind of working with that really. I kind of hit a patch of black ice, and my bike went to the right, and I kind of flew off to the left. So do say hi in the chat box if you're just arriving. It's really nice to just see who we're with this morning. And we've just got another minute that we'll just wait. Morning, Rose. How are you? No, I've not had a checkup, and previously when I've come off my mountain bike I have, but it's just not the kind of time you want to go anywhere near a hospital, is it? So I think I'll be all right. Previously I fractured my coccyx, but this time I kind of flew off and landed on my side, and I've got a bit of padding, so I'm sure I'll be fine. But thank you. Morning, Jenny. So we'll just wait another minute. So yeah, just get what you need to be comfortable. We're going to be doing a body awareness meditation. So I'd recommend doing that lying down if that's available to you. Alternatively, you can sit in your posture or your most comfortable chair, but just somewhere where you can, you're not kind of holding any tension or anything uncomfortable more than you need to. And then just get any kind of blankets or fleeces just to kind of stay warm. Oh, thank you, Philippa. It's really appreciated. So it's 7 o'clock, and we'll start in just a moment. So we're going to do a body awareness meditation, and I'm kind of shifting around a little bit because I'm a bit sore. So anybody who works with pain in their meditation, which I know many people do, my heart kind of goes out to you, because that's not something I'm ordinarily working with. And yeah, I kind of flew off my mountain bike, so I'm a bit kind of bruised and sore. And I think from sitting in meditation yesterday, I think what becomes quite clear is just a kind of that sense of opening out to something bigger. So there might be physical pain in our experience and sensations that are unpleasant and painful. And that can kind of go for emotional discomfort or pain too. But to try and kind of open out, because there'll be something else in our experience. There'll be something pleasant, however small and subtle, and other sensations that are neutral. So it's just one thing to kind of keep in mind with whatever you're working with when we're coming into the body and coming into different parts of the body and the sensations. That yes, some may feel very unpleasant to the point of painful if we're working with any pain or discomfort. But yeah, we can just kind of work with, see if we can kind of open out and have a wider perspective to see what else is in our experience. And also just to kind of not add on. So I can kind of tune in to what's painful and sore. But also, I don't need to add something on of, oh, why did I go for a bike ride? Why did I hit the black ice? And that kind of mental proliferation, that second arrow, as the Buddha calls it, of just adding something on, which kind of twists and tightens the contraction and those painful sensations into something bigger and something else to work with that doesn't need to be there. So can we just kind of stay with the raw sensations? And if they are unpleasant or painful, can we just kind of open out to something bigger to just see what else is in our experience? Because there's a whole range going on. And actually what we experience is just what we turn our attention to, or our awareness. So if our attention or our awareness is going to something unpleasant in the body, or our thoughts and emotions, can we just actually widen out and see what else is in there? And that can be quite painful. So good morning to Emma Louise, who's joined us as well. And the other thing I would say about a body awareness meditation is that to really be with the sensations of the body, and when we drop into the body, we're then coming out of the mind of those kind of thoughts and emotions. So it just allows us to just really unhook from that kind of thought train and planning mode that we're often in. And if we find that we're kind of back up there, then just coming back to the breath and back to the sensations means we can just kind of unhook and drop back into the body. So a body awareness meditation can be very nourishing in the sense of we're training the mind to just unhook and drop and unhook and drop each time we kind of go back to that kind of thought train. So it's a good training for the mind. As well as just being quite nourishing, because by turning awareness to different parts of the body, we're actually allowing that body to kind of almost awaken and become alive in parts of the body that we might not ordinarily pay any attention to at all. Anyway, good morning, Karen. I'll stop talking. So if you want to just get into your meditation posture, or like I say, I'd recommend lying down for a body awareness meditation if you can. Or just sit in your most comfortable chair. And when you're ready, if you just close your eyes and lower your gaze, and just take a few longer breaths just down into the body. And just by purposely taking those longer breaths, that will naturally calm and condition the mind and body, just so we can really settle and arrive. And just setting our intention just to remain with the breath and the body for the practice. And just while you're taking those longer breaths, I'm just going to read a poem that will just kind of wash over you before we start. So the poem's called The Moment by Margaret Atwood. The moment when, after many years of hard work and a long voyage, you stand in the centre of your room, house, half acre, square mile, island, country, knowing at last how you got there, and say, I own this. Is this the same moment when the trees unloose their soft arms from around you, the birds take back their language, and the cliffs fissure and collapse? The air moves back from you like a wave, and you can't breathe. No, they whisper, you own nothing. You were a visitor, time after time climbing the hill, planting the flag, proclaiming, we never belonged to you. You never found us. It was always the other way round. So just with that in mind, just connecting with the ground and the earth, with the sensations of the contact, of where we're sitting or lying. And the ground is still and solid and reliable. So we can just let go. give our weight up to gravity. So this morning we're going to start with the head, because that's often where we are with our thoughts and ideas and planning. So just turn your attention to the sensations on the crown of the head. And just in doing so, just imagine the crown of the head reaching up to the open sky above. And just get a sense of the spaciousness. Just the limitless space around our head. And just bringing your attention down to your ears on the side of your head. And just allowing any sounds just to arise and pass. I'm not trying to push anything away. They can just be in the background of our experience. I'm just moving down to the base of the skull as it meets the neck. And just tucking the chin in slightly just to elongate the neck. Just so that the head's naturally poised without any more effort that's needed. And if you're lying down, just really allow your head to just fall back into the cushion or pillow. So we're not holding anything we don't need to. And just turning to the forehead, relaxing the forehead. Just releasing any frowning, tension. Just allowing the eyebrows to just slide apart. The eyes to just be soft in their sockets. And just noticing any light or shapes or colours behind the eyelids. Just so we're including all our senses in our experience. Just moving to the cheeks. And the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. And any smells. And the mouth, the jaw soft, teeth unclenched. And just noticing any tastes in the mouth. And then just following the breath down into the throat. And then gently placing your attention on the shoulders. And can we really let go of the shoulders and move them further away from our ears? Sliding the shoulder blades down the back. Just noticing the sensations of the upper back. And just following the natural curve of the spine down to the mid-back. And here we can just check in with our posture if we're sat. It's just upright, but with a natural ease. Just using the breath, just to take a breath in and just tune into that area of the body. Almost like our breath becomes a scanner, to just tune in, breathing life into the area of the body. So we can just notice what the sensations are, and any holding or tension, just let go of with the out breath as much as you possibly can. And then just taking a longer breath. So just then follow and take the awareness down to the lower back. Into the sacrum. Almost like riding the wave of the breath down to that lower part of the back. And again, just using the out breath just to really let go of any tension that's there. And anything that's painful or uncomfortable, then just widen out, just to see what else is in your experience. Just so we're not overwhelmed by anything that's uncomfortable or even painful. And as our awareness just rests on the back of the body, just noticing again your posture. If you're leaning forward or back or slightly to one side. And just subtly, just kind of make any corrections. Or even just make very small movements just to experiment. Where is that sense of ease and poise? Just really getting that central channel where we can just have that energetic body just moving without any twists or bends. So the breath flows through the body and the energy flows through the body. So just turning our awareness to our sitting bones if we're sat, just to the buttocks and the perineum. Just notice the sensations, the contact. Just allowing our hips to soften. And then just moving to the thighs, big muscles in the thighs. And just see if we can really just let go. Just taking a breath, tuning in, just noticing the sensations, and then just letting go of any holding. Down into the ground and the earth, whether we're sitting or lying. And taking in our knees, and our calves, and just sweeping down the legs to our ankles, and the top of the feet, toes, and can we even notice the sensations in our different toes? And the soles of the feet. And if the soles of your feet are placed flat on the floor, you can take a breath up through the soles of your feet as you sweep your awareness up your legs. And we'll turn our attention to the front of the body. So just tuning into the chest and heart center. And you can just place a hand there if that's helpful, just to tune in. Just really using the in-breath to just get a sense of expanse. Maybe just broadening out the shoulders, just to feel the stretch across the chest. And just ask yourself, how are you? How are you feeling right now? Just held here, any emotions. And just take your time to do that. And really enjoy any sense of pleasure or joy. And anything difficult or a little bit tender, or maybe even a lot. And just use the breath to just massage. And just imagine that the breath is just completely imbued with kindness. So you can just breathe in a real sense of kindness for yourself. Just using that breath. Knowing that the breath's filled with kindness. Just allowing that to just pervade the body. And then just using a longer breath, just to take your awareness down into the lower belly. Just letting go of any holding, just allowing the belly to be soft. And just seeing if we can just sit in the lower belly. And if our attention seems to pop back up, just use a long fine breath just to take the awareness back down into the lower belly. And just see if we can notice a sense of stillness there, a sense of spaciousness. Almost like we've submerged into something deeper. So there might be a lot going on the surface, like waves or ripples. But actually we can kind of get underneath all of that in the lower belly and just sit in a very still, peaceful place. So just be patient and soft if your attention keeps moving away. So just come back. So then just sweeping our attention down our arms, into our hands, and just noticing the sensations in the hands, the fingers and the thumbs. You can maybe tune into quite pleasurable sensations here of warmth, tingling, maybe a vibrational quality. And then just using the breath, just kind of sweep and scan the body just to see where your attention wants to pause. Just see where your attention naturally falls. And just see what is it that I need to be aware of right now in the body. And just spending some time there, tuning in, noticing the sensations, and letting go. And just do that for as long as you need to. And when you feel ready, just widen out your awareness just to take in the whole of the breathing body, the changing sensations of the body, the front, the back, the sides. Like we're breathing through every pore of the body. And just noticing the sensations of this energetic body. And just for the last minute, just really tuning in to any pleasure in the body. Maybe the pleasure of the breath. It's riding the breath like a wave on the beach. Any pleasure from the sensations of the body. Or just anything else coming in through the senses. I can hear birdsong, which is pleasant. And just dropping all effort and just begin to relax. Maybe just moving around slightly, just as we come to the end of the meditation. And just before we finish, I'll just return to the poem that I read at the beginning, just to kind of wash over you before we close. So, The Moment by Margaret Atwood. The moment when, after many years of hard work and a long voyage, you stand in the centre of your room, house, half-acre, square mile, island country, knowing at last how you got there, and say, I own this, is the same moment when the trees unloose their soft arms from around you, the birds take back their language, and the cliffs fissure and collapse, and the air moves back from you like a wave, and you can't breathe. No, they whisper, you own nothing. You were a visitor, time after time climbing the hill, planting the flag and proclaiming, we never belonged to you. You never found us. It was always the other way round. So I hope the meditation was useful, and that's been helpful this morning. And as always, it's always a pleasure to practice with all of you. And like I said at the beginning, for anybody who is working with discomfort and even pain in meditation, then my heart goes out to you, and although I've kind of come off my mountain bike and it's very so, I'm quite appreciative of the experience to just then bring in a sense of what other people are working with in meditation, which can't always be easy. So yeah, so thank you, and do go gently into your day, whatever that is at this current time. So Shaki Bazaar will be back in the morning for the the morning meditation tomorrow, and we've got Sangha night as usual on Wednesday evening, which you're all welcome to. So do take care. Lots of love to you all, and I hope to see you again next Monday. Okay, bye for now.